As the weekend is coming to a close, police are looking for several suspects tonight following a violent 24 hours. And good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Connie Leonard in for Alex tonight. Between 7 Saturday morning and 3 Sunday morning, the city experienced 4 separate shootings across the metro, in all killing 4 people and injuring 3 more. WHAS11's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Aspen Hester detail how city leaders are planning to respond.
As foot traffic floods the sidewalks in a bustling Highlands neighborhood, some are met with a moment of pause.
I mean, unfortunately, I feel like it's a national problem, you know, that's my first reaction.
The reminder's just as present as the occasional onlookers, stopping to see the place where a man lost his life less than 12 hours ago in a shooting.
Being out at 3 a.m., I mean, you know, things get crazy the later it gets.
An LMPD spokesperson says officers got to Cafe 360 off Bardstown Road around 3:30 Sunday morning and found 21-year-old Theodore Brown dead inside. It marked the city's 4th shooting in less than 24 hours. The first happened around 7 Saturday morning near 4th Street Live. Police say it left 1 man dead and another woman injured. Around that same time, at an apartment complex in the Bon Air neighborhood, a deadly shooting took the life of a woman and left a man fighting for his life in the hospital. 12 hours later, another shooting and 2 more victims, this time in the Wilder Park neighborhood. Police say one of those shooting victims died, the other is in the hospital.
I always worry about, you know, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, things like that, so it does make you second guess before you go someplace.
In a statement, District 8 Metro Councilman Ben Reno Weber, who represents 2 of the neighborhoods where the incidents took place, called the shooting senseless and tragic, adding they, quote, only add to the urgency of our efforts to keep our city safe from gun violence. Reno Weber went on to say city officials will be announcing concrete steps they plan to take to prevent incidents like this from happening again. That update will come tomorrow. In the Highlands, Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
Right now, LMPD is still looking for suspects in most of the shootings. If you have any information, you are encouraged to call the anonymous tip line 574 LMPD. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced this week he would be stepping down from his leadership role, and now more speculation on a possible Senate run from current Governor Andy Beshear. McConnell's Senate seat doesn't come up for election until 2026, and in recent months there was a push for Beshear to challenge McConnell. However, this week Beshear looked to put those rumors to rest, saying he will not be running for a Senate seat in 2026.
I'm completely and totally ruling out a run for any open Senate seat in 2026. I love this job. We're seeing amazing things happen in the Commonwealth. Our economy is just exploding in special ways, and my kids are happy. All right, I'm going to keep doing this job every day.
And speculation began about a possible Senate run from Beshear when Kentucky's other senator, Rand Paul, said Beshear could beat McConnell in the election. The Kentucky Court of Appeals has rejected a lawsuit brought by Governor Andy Beshear, filed after the passing of House Bill 334 back in 2022, and the measure removes current members of the Executive Branch Ethics Commission and shifts the majority of the appointments to the other state officers. The governor filed suit against all of Kentucky's constitutional officers. In a statement, Attorney General Russell Coleman said the ruling makes sure the Executive Branch Ethics Commission lives up to its name. The governor's attempt to pack the commission was the type of playing politics that he claims to rise above. Governor Beshear can still appeal this ruling. A state senator from Louisville is working to protect in vitro fertilization services in Kentucky. This comes after a controversial ruling made last week in Alabama. Senator Cassie Chambers Armstrong has a bill that would clarify state law affirming IVF as a legal procedure in Kentucky. It would prevent doctors from being charged with a crime if they're meeting the standard of care. The Alabama Supreme Court recently ruled frozen embryos are unborn children, creating concerns about legal action against clinics that may discard frozen embryos. Some Alabama fertility clinics have put treatments on pause.
After that decision, I heard from a lot of people who said, I hope this isn't going to happen in Kentucky. And so I began working on legislation, trying to keep it as narrow as possible, just to make sure that we are providing that protection to our IVF providers to make sure they can continue to provide this service for families in our community.
Chambers Armstrong says she's received support for the bill from both sides of the aisle. We reached out to the Senate Majority Caucus for a response to the proposal, but we are told leaders need to review it before commenting.